The ceremony to assess the implementation of the 2019-2020 performance contracts and sign the 2020-2021 performance contracts was held in Nyaruguru District of the Eastern Province, with Nyaruguru and Huye districts of the Southern Province taking first and second place with 84 and 82.8% respectively, and Rwanda District of the Eastern Province taking third place, trailing by 0.4% behind Huye. The mayor of Nyaruguru noted with pride that his district taking first place despite the FLN attacks his people had to endure is a clear message that has been sent by the local residents. Let me first say that this is a source of pride for our district and our people. We did nothing extraordinary. If anything, this is an indication of the progress our country has made. All of the three worst performing districts are located in the Western Province, Nyabihu, Karongi and Rusizi in the 28th, 29th and 30th positions respectively. Rusizi managed to implement just half of its performance contract. President Paul Kagame, who officiated at the ceremony, commended those who did well and noted that there can only be one reason the worst performers did so poorly. The budget is usually the problem, but for you to fail to implement something you yourself pledged to do, that you wanted to do, that you knew local residents needed, and the budget is available, how can that possibly be explained? How do you understand something like that? I will not ask you about the things that did not have a budget for their implementation or faced understandable problems. That a person can excuse. Efforts made and solutions can be found later. However, if that is not the case, what is the cause? It is clear that when you look at the districts that did not perform so well, immediately you see that there must be a problem of governance. Before you go looking for any other reason, there is a problem of governance. Okay, not all 30 districts can take first place, but you can see the difference. What sort of gap exists between the best and worst performers? Key changes have been implemented in the way performance contracts are prepared and assessed, thanks to recommendations made by President Kagame, as was noted by Rwanda's Prime Minister Dr. Edouard Ngirente.
Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, nk'uko mwatugiriye inama mu gihe cyashize,
Your Excellency the President of the Republic, just as you recommended to us in the past, the way performance contracts are prepared and assessed has been revised and improved. Human security issues are now being focused on, as well as how local leaders go about transforming the social welfare of their local residents. In line with this, the follow-up and assessment of the 2019-2020 performance contracts focused on the following principles. Every year, an assessment of the performance contracts will be conducted, and every 3 years, an impact assessment on local residents will also take place. Also, every pledge stated in the contract must be implemented at a rate of 100% or get 0% in the assessment. We agreed that no partially implemented pledges will be considered again. With Rwanda's economy hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic and expected to shrink by 0.2% this year, the performance contracts that have now been signed are looking to assist the worst affected sectors. President Kagame has made it clear that the way the contracts are prepared and assessed must be proper. I believe you have addressed and corrected what was wrong with the last performance contracts. The reason we decided to stop them. They had become nothing more than things where people said and did whatever they wanted. And those who assessed them and gave them marks did not seem to know why they were awarding those marks in the first place. Last time when I was invited to the signing and awarding ceremony, I declined that invitation and made it clear that I would not be part of such things. I could not be part of things where people were telling lies and those awarding the marks were allowing themselves to be deceived. It had become nothing more than just a formality, with nothing to gain from it. That is not what the performance contract ceremony should be about, and that is why I refused to attend. Now, however, it is good that certain things have been corrected, and more needs to be done, so the required effort should be made. You should hold these people accountable. Don't let them just sit there. This time the ministers are listening too. The IMIHIGO computer software was used during the signing of this year's performance contracts.